Namaste. Hi there. It's me, Stacey Lei, and of course I'm here with Miss Boxy Brown. Welcome to yoga, and thank you for joining me. If you have tired, achy, cranky feet, this class is for you. You know, we often don't even notice our feet until they hurt, but when they do, well, achy feet can really ruin our day. So today we're going to focus on yoga for healthy, happy feet. I'll be teaching you exercises that will boost the circulation, the flexibility, and the mobility of your feet, and therefore really affect the rest of your body. Now we will be practicing full body exercises as well, but we'll really be focusing on your feet a lot today. So get ready. For this class, you'll need a mat and a chair. We will be sitting on the chair later in class today. You'll need a small hand towel. This will help keep you comfortable when we're down on the ground. I'd like you to have a tennis ball or some kind of ball, maybe a golf ball. Any small ball will do. Now, we will be rubbing our feet with lotion. It's true. So I have a little bit of lotion in this jar here. You could just keep some lotion nearby, and then after we rub our feet, you're going to want a pair of socks or slippers so you don't get that lotion all over your floor. Okay, so I'll put this stuff over here and we can wait for later. And now if you're ready to get started, come meet me in your open space on your mat and let's get present and grounded. Take a deep breath up and exhale your hands down. Do that again. Inhale and exhale. Once more, inhale and exhale. And you could say to yourself, self, I'm so proud of you for showing up today. The next 29 minutes belongs to you. Okay, place your hands on your hips. And now just pedal out your feet a little bit. Just meet your feet. Notice how they're feeling today. Are they achy? Are they tired? Maybe they feel great. And if they do, good for you. They're gonna feel even better after this session. Okay, both feet are grounded. Lift your right heel up and down, up and down. Now I'll refer to this movement today as a foot fold. Makes sense, we're folding your foot, okay? So when I say foot fold, you'll know exactly what I mean. Hold your heel up, please, and now roll across the front of your foot, bone by bone. There are 5 bone heads in this part of your foot. Just notice if they feel tender or sensitive. Just pay attention. And if you feel any resistance, you can just exhale that out. Okay, lower your heel. Let's do the other side. Lift and lower, lift and lower. This is called a foot fold. Lift and lower, lift and lower. Okay, find the deepest foot fold that you can. And now roll across the front of your foot, recognizing each of your metatarsal heads, the bone heads, and notice if there's any sensitivity or tenderness. Just observe without any judgment at all and exhale it away. All right, place both feet down flat, pointed forward, parallel feet. And now very gently rock your ankles out. So you're exposing the soles of your feet. This will lead to more flexible ankles. Okay, and now roll your ankles in. Now we'll rock out and roll in. I like to call this exercise the rock and roll. And now observe any tenderness or sensitivity. I'd like you to notice which of these 2 positions is less comfortable for you. And now hold the less comfortable position. And just exhale that discomfort away. Okay, now flatten your feet and lift your 10 toes up and spread your toes out as wide as you can. So take a look down at your toes, pull your big toes in, and pull your pinky toes out, and try to create lots of space between your toes. And now release. Lift and spread your toes and release. Do this a few more times. Lift and spread, lift and spread, lift and spread. Okay, last time. Lift and spread and hold. And now, the most important exercise of all, place the tips of your toes down on the floor and kind of suction cup the ground. Now take a look down. If your toenails have disappeared, that means you've curled them under, and that's not the goal. Let's lift our toes up again. Spread them out wide. Place the tips of your toes down, and now just kind of pull on the ground a little bit. You'll see little knuckles popping up, holding you on to the ground. I'll call this roots, finding your roots, just like a tree. Okay, relax. Let's get started with our full body exercise, and we'll apply what we just learned. Walk and over to the side of your mat and face the right side of the room. Okay, take your feet just hip distance apart, parallel to one another. Place your hands on your thighs and sit down into chair pose. So that's just one squat where we hold. Make your spine long, keep your core strong, and reach your arms out in front of you. Turn your thumbs up. Draw your shoulders back. Now listen, foot-specific exercise. Lift and spread your toes. Keep lifting and spreading your toes. Hold this for 5, 4, 3, 2. Place both hands on your right thigh. Step back with your left leg. So a nice wide lunge. Now lift your back heel and fold your back foot and bend your knee. Now pay attention to your front foot. Create roots in your front foot and a foot fold in the back foot. So you have 2 feet and they're doing 2 different things. Steady yourself. Bring your hands to your heart and stay here, or reach your arms up overhead. Inhale. Exhale. Bring both hands to your thigh. Lower your left knee down to the floor. This is when we'll use our towel for sensitive knees. Just place the towel under your knee if that makes you feel more comfortable. Okay, keep your deep foot fold in the back and your roots in the front. And now lean your body slightly forward and open up your hip flexor. Reach your arms up overhead. Your left arm sweeps down, around, and back. Give yourself a good twist. If this feels a little bit intense for you, you could place your hand on your rib cage. Steady yourself. Use your foot in the front and your foot in the back to help you remain steady. Look over your shoulder, a deep breath in. Bring 2 hands to your front thigh. Push yourself back up and pivot your back foot. Now we have warrior feet. 1 foot forward, 1 foot side. Press down through the pinky edge of your foot, so the outside part of your foot. Come into a nice low warrior lunge. Hands at your heart and twist a few times. And now open up warrior 2. Thumbs up, sink down low. Gaze over your front thumb. And now both feet holding on to the ground, find your roots. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands together. And now pivot towards me. So, toes are turned out to the corners of the room. Your knees tracking over your middle toes. Sit down low. Lift one heel up and lower, and then the other heel. So we're practicing our foot folds. And now both heels up. Big balance exercise. Straighten your legs and 5-pointed star. Use your toes to hold the ground. And if you feel too wobbly, then just lower your heels. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Hands come down. Bend your knees. Pivot your right foot. And then pivot your left foot. Twist a few times. And position yourself into the warrior two. Gaze over your front fingers. Press into the pinky edge of your back foot, which is now your right foot, and find roots in your front foot. Holding on. Notice how stable you feel when you use your smart, strong toes. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands to your heart. Turn towards your front leg. Place your hands on your front thigh. Lift and pivot your back foot and lower down to your mat. Place your knee right on your towel. Roots with your front foot. Foot fold with your back foot. And hinge your body forward just a little bit so you're leaning your hips forward. Feel a deep stretch in your hip flexor. Reach your arms up overhead. And now sweep your right arm forward, down, and back. And you can gaze over your back hand. If this feels like a little bit too much for you, you can fold your back arm. Place your hands on your rib cage. Give me a big smile, please. Inhale. Exhale. Okay, bring your hands together. Two hands to your front thigh. Push up to high lunge. Take the time to position yourself and micro adjust. You've got a foot fold in the back and roots in the front. Bend your back leg. Take a few breaths here. Your feet and your legs are doing a lot of work. You can keep your hands here at your heart or reach your arms overhead. The choice is yours. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your hands down. Two hands on your front thigh. Now please step your feet close together. This time, feet and ankles touching, and sit down to chair pose, just like before. Bring your thumbs to your shoulders and sweep your arms back. And now lift your toes once again. Lift all 10 toes. Do you notice that your toes are a little bit more responsive than they were when we first started class? My feet feel so much more awake and alive. I hope yours do too. Inhale. Exhale. Straighten your legs, reach both arms up overhead, take a deep breath in. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Okay, now let's move on to a little bit of restorative work for our feet. I'd like you to take your tennis ball or your golf ball and place it on the floor. Stay close to your chair. Now, place the ball under the middle of your foot, the very middle, the long arch of your foot, and simply roll the ball forward and back, and forward and back. And now start to put a little bit of your weight onto the ball. Think about the inside of your foot, closest to your midline, and as you roll back and forth, start to roll to the outside of your foot. And now roll to the middle of your foot. And now the inside. And now the middle and the outside. And now zigzag side to side. And make little circles. Okay, I'd like you to bring the ball under the front of your foot, where those 5 bone heads are. We talked about it in the warm-up. Those sensitive little bones. Just rolling the ball under each of your bones. Just massaging that space. So we're on the front of your foot, rolling the ball side to side. And now go back to the middle of your foot and roll back and forth and forward and back in any way that feels good, a little bit of freestyle. And now bring the ball just under your heel. Now I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see me. The ball should be under your heel, and just put a little bit of pressure on the ball so you can lift your left heel up and lower your left heel down. Lift up and down once again. Now, if you're using a golf ball, it might feel a little bit too hard for this exercise. So you get to choose. You can spend a little bit more time in the middle of your foot if that feels good. Okay, and last time, we're returning to the middle of your foot. Just roll the ball in circles, side to side. If you're noticing that this feels really good for your foot, well, guess what? It's a really smart idea to keep a tennis ball by your bed. And every morning, before you walk off to the bathroom, every morning just roll your feet for 2 minutes on each side. Okay, step off the ball, and now just stand and close your eyes and notice the difference between your right foot and your left foot. You might notice that now your right foot feels awake and alive and aware. Inhale, exhale. It would be a bummer if I told you we didn't have time for your left foot, wouldn't it? I'm just kidding. Let's grab the ball. Place it underneath your left foot and roll forward and back, right in the middle of your foot, forward and back, forward and back. So you're putting a little bit of your body weight into this, but not a lot. Roll to the inside of your foot. And then the middle, and then the outside. Come back to the middle of your foot. And roll to the middle. The inside. The middle. And the outside. And now zigzag. Roll the ball from side to side. Now make little circles. And circle in the opposite direction. Now you notice I just have one hand on a chair keeping me steady, but I'm not leaning on it. So just a couple of fingertips. Okay, move the ball to the front of your foot. And apply a little bit of your body weight as you roll across the bones in the front of your foot, your forefoot. You might find some little sensitive spaces. And if you do, you could stay there for a second and exhale. Okay, now let's return to your long arch again. And rolling the ball forward and back, forward and back. And now roll the ball all the way to your heel. And now you've got a little bit of a footfold, and now you'll weight bear onto your heel. So you can do this by lifting Your right heel up and then lowering down, putting some weight onto the ball. Now, if you're using a tennis ball, this might feel really nice on your heel. If you're using a golf ball, it might not feel very good. So you might opt out of this exercise if you're using a golf ball. Okay, once more, please. And now go back to the middle of your foot, freestyle. Just zigzag and make circles. Okay, now you can roll the ball away and step on both feet. And close your eyes and observe your feet. They might feel a little bit tingly. My feet feel so excited right now, so awake, so alive. So now we're going to take these new, excited, happy feet and practice some balance exercises, okay? You won't need your towel anymore, so you can move that out of the way. Okay, the first standing balance exercise that we'll practice is called dancer's pose. I'd like you to shift your weight over to your right foot and now hold on to the ground as if you have roots. You could take your arm out to the side for balance, or maybe you prefer to place your fingers on a chair. Bring your left hand out to the side and pick up your left foot. Now, if you can't quite reach, you can hold the fabric of your pants. That will work too. I'd like you to point your knee down to the floor. And now engage your seat, so squeeze your butt cheeks. You can stay right here with this exercise, engaging your seat, pressing your hips forward, and stretching your quadricep as you balance. If you'd like to take the posture a little bit further, then reach your arm up overhead and begin to kick your foot into your hand. So you're pressing the top of your foot into your hand. And the more you kick, you'll find that your leg comes up just a little bit more. And this is traditional dancer's pose. Take a deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, slowly bring your foot down. Take your time, relax your foot, sweep your arm down and pedal it out. So now that you know where we're going, maybe you'll take this next posture a little bit further. Let's practice the same thing on the other side, okay? Ground down, find your roots with your left foot. Take your arm out for balance or place your fingertips on a chair. Your right hand comes out to the side, lower your hand down, and now capture your foot in your hand. You can hold your heel or the fabric of your pants. Point your knee down to the ground and now engage your seat. So squeeze your butt cheeks. You'll feel a deep stretch in your quadricep, your thigh. If you'd like to take the posture further, then reach your left arm overhead and begin to kick back behind you. So you're pressing the top of your foot into your hand. And the harder you kick, the stronger your balance will be, and you might find yourself moving into a deep dancer's pose. Remember, yoga is a practice. So every time you come back to this posture, you'll have a new experience. Inhale, exhale. Slowly take your way back up and relax your foot, relax your arm, swish through your hips. I'm hoping that your posture was well balanced and stable because you were using your roots. Let's try a different exercise. Let's try the tree pose. So ground down, find your roots in your left foot. And now find a foot fold in your right foot. And turn your knee out to the side. And you're welcome to simply stay here if this feels good. I'd like you to engage your seat and bring your hips underneath you. Take your arms out wide to help you balance, and you can slide your foot up to your lower leg if that feels good. If you'd like to take the posture even further, bring your foot to your thigh and push your foot into your thigh and your thigh into your foot. Steady yourself. And if you feel well balanced, then follow me for this little arm flow. Flip your palms up, sweep your arms up, and hands down to your heart. Do that one more time. Reach your arms out wide, flip your palms up, sweep your arms up, and hands down to your heart. Ooh, I came out of that a little bit early. Sometimes it happens. Remember, when we practice, some days we have a good day, some days not so good day. That's why we keep coming back to practice. We all wobble sometimes. Okay, let's focus on our right foot. Engage your foot a lot, so find your roots. Fold your left foot. Turn your left knee out, and you're welcome to stay here. Just take your hip from way out there and bring it underneath you by engaging your seat. It's all part of balance. Arms out for counterbalancing. You can slide your foot up to your lower leg, and boom, you're right there in the posture. If you'd like to take it further, then place your foot on the inside of your thigh. And if you'd like to join me in an arm flow, press out and flip your palms up, sweep up, and hands to your heart. Let's do that one more time. Open, flip, arms up, hands down. Inhale, exhale. Slide your foot down, pedal through your feet. So now you know how to find your roots. You know how to fold your feet. You know how to press the edges into the ground. Your feet are smarter than they were just 20 minutes ago. But now we've got a little bit of recovery, and I think you're gonna love this. It's time for you to sit down in your chair. Make sure you have your lotion, and make sure you have your socks. Sitting tall, lift your right leg up and cross your ankle so that your ankle is on your thigh. So we've got this nice figure 4, and this is already a nice stretch for you. But now you'll take your lotion and rub it onto your feet. Most specifically up by your toes. Now look at your foot. Take a deep breath in and spread your toes apart very wide. And now take each of your fingers and slide it in between your toes. Ooh, might be a little bit tight. Take your time. And then you can use the palm of your hand to hug the arch of your foot. Now your toes are spread apart wide because your fingers are in there, and now you can give yourself a little bit of an ankle roll. I think Foxy is smelling the coconut oil. I brush her little teeth with coconut oil, so I think she smells it now. A deep breath in and a long exhale. Now, if it feels good, you could slide the base of your fingers to the base of your toes. That's a big toe stretch. This is an excellent exercise to do every single day. If you're watching your favorite TV show or watching a movie, anytime you find yourself sitting around talking to a friend, you could spread your toes. And when your toes are wide and spread, you'll have better balance. And better balance leads to better movement confidence. Take your toes away, or your fingers away from your toes, and let's do the other side. Figure 4. And now slather up your feet. Yep, you can put the lotion all around your feet. Don't be shy. Taking good care of your feet, taking good care of the skin on your feet, is perfect self-care. Now look at your toes and spread them very wide, and now place your fingertips in between your toes. Only one finger for one space. Make sure you're looking. And now you can make some circles. And you might notice some clicking sounds. If you do hear some clicking sounds or feel some clicking sounds, then you know that this exercise is effective for you. You're mobilizing your ankles and your feet. Good for you. All right, now slide the base of your fingers to the base of your toes. Whoa. If you feel tension, just exhale it away. Deep breath in and a long exhale. Okay, slide your fingers away from your toes and just take a moment to notice how alive and awake your feet feel. Say to yourself, "Self, I'm so proud of you for being here today. You really took the time to care for your feet. You're a slightly different person than you were just 30 minutes ago, and you're moving in the right direction." It was an honor and privilege to be your guide today, and I hope you come back and join me for more exercises. But for sure, practice these exercises more often. And hey, don't forget your socks. I'll see you soon. Namaste.